Okay, it's time for another unboxing video. This one I've been waiting for a while to do, about 6 months ago. I decided to make the switch to the Apollo UAD series of audio interfaces for the studio. The Apollo interface is modeling of preamp stuff, and the goal was to get a U87 clone microphone, which I have from Dachman Audio, with Neve preamps with Neve characteristics, and I did all the research on all the things, all the ways to go. Real U87s, of course, pretty expensive. WA Audio preamps and their clones, really good, but one sound, whereas I kind of need to get a new interface. I've been using X32 as my audio interface for quite some time, and with a USB recording card. So what I decided to do was get the Apollo interface with a ADAT light pipe card for the X32, so I can add additional I/O to that if I want, and then get a Dachman U87 clone, and that sort of brings a lot of capabilities with one purchase. I get a new audio interface, which I kind of needed. Keeps the X32 from being a day-to-day audio interface. It's only there if I need it. The power supplies in those things don't last really very well. I've had to replace one already, and anyway, just leaving it off until it's needed, sort of thing. I have a Soundcraft 24 for all my live stuff that I'm using now for live shows. I'm going to try to keep the X32 for either bigger shows or just for the studio for I/O. Put that ADAT light pipe card in there. That'll tie into the Apollo interface, and then all that can work as one unit. But the day-to-day, the Apollo interface with the UAD mic pre emulation, so I can get neat sound on the anything coming in, and then of course on the out, anything can be plugged in. So there you go. Well, let's take a look at the box and let's open them up and see what I got. Now I have one box. It's been a while since I bought these. I'm not sure which box is which. So there's one thing I'm not sure if it's related, but we're going to see what it is. Here we go. Aha! Planned that, didn't I? Okay. This is the one that's the mystery package. Not sure what this is. I don't know if it's related or if it's a retro computing thing, because that's something else I do a lot of, is buying parts for retro computing. This looks very, I know what this is. I had bought this used because I wanted to add it to the kit. This is the Rupert Neve active transformer direct interface. This thing is supposed to make a world of difference on plugging in your guitars and basses and things. This is a really pretty high-end active transformer, impedance matching direct interface that adds the right kind of character, the kind of character you want to add. So yeah, there you go, spiffy. Let's open it all the way up just for grins and giggles. So this is a complimentary product, not part of the core install, but it will definitely be put to use. And I got this used. I can't remember where I got it from, to tell you the truth. I want to say either Guitar Center or Sweetwater. And specs. It's like kind of a like new used toy, but there it is. Yeah. All right, more about that later. Let's keep unboxing because that's not the most important piece of the puzzle, but it is a cool toy indeed. When you're going direct in and then doing amp modeling and all that, or piezo's or whatever, I think that'll be an important addition. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. So we'll come back to the little guy. So this, I assume, now I believe this was a demo unit, so it's new, but it's a demo unit, just so I saved $100. And of course the only caveat there is my only concern would be getting plugins authorized and all that if someone else has authorized them or something weird. But that's why I bought this from Sweetwater, because we know with Sweetwater sound you get the support. You might pay a tiny bit more, but not too bad. But they are really good about taking care of their customers, and any problems or whatever, they'll be good. So here it is, 6 months later, and I'm getting around to opening it. Documented, in case there's a question. if I have any trouble with installs and optimizations and all that stuff, they will be good. Oh, there we go. There's the official box. Get it out of here. Yeah. And there it is, the Thunderbolt interface. Inside the box also comes, thank you, starter cable kit, starter Thunderbolt cable for hooking the interface up, and of course, Sweetwater candy. They always give you a little candy. I don't really eat it, but that's all right. So as I said, this is the Thunderbolt audio interface by Apollo. This is the 4. So it has 4 mic pre's, is my understanding, and it is the demo, as I just previously stated. So there you go. Yeah, here's a picture on the back. We have 4 mic pre's. Excuse me. With the analog modeling for getting the Neve sound or whatever preamps you want to plug in virtually, and we got 2 digitally controlled monitor outputs, 4 analog line outputs. Lock-in power adapter. There's the power adapter. We have our on-off switch, and here is our optical for ADAT, and that is up to 8 channels of ADAT, right, or SPDIF, and that's what the card I got for the X32 is with the. Sorry, I'll be over here, and that's the optical, the 8 channels of SPDIF there. I'm just going to run down those panel things again with my face in the frame here. So okay, so we got 4 channels of mic pre's. They can have the UAD modeling, coming in, emulate Neves or whatever you want to plug in, and that's on input, which is the beauty. It's actually happening on input as it's tracking the file, recording the file. So not on playback. Anything can be patched into playback, but this is about capturing those characteristics you want coming into it and modeling the behavior of a real preamp. A Neve preamp in this case is my desired choice. We have 4 analog line outputs. We've got two stereo monitor output. You've got another line out here, and then power switch, and of course Thunderbolt. And then up here we have our ADAT light pipe. There's 2 banks of light pipe right there, and that I can use with my X32 card. We're going to see in a minute. Yeah, so that's kind of the basic idea. And you got function buttons and things that can be assigned, and all the good stuff. And of course it comes with a starter pack of plugins. Not all of them, but enough to be respectable. There's a lot of discussion about, having to pay so much for these plugins and what comes with it and all that. I got the sort of whatever enhanced special package that has a few extras, but it'll be enough. Anyway. Okay, there's that. We'll just put that over there as candy. See what I did there. And we'll open up the other box, which is, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Now this should be my X32 card or light pipe. So I'm going to pull out my USB recording interface or audio interface, because I'm not going to use that as an interface anymore unless I tie it to this via light pipe, right? I have the Sound Design or Soundcraft 24. And that has recording and stuff in the unit, so I'll just do that for any live gigs that need recording right into the interface or whatever. I mean, I suppose I could always carry this along, but I won't do that. So here we go. There is candy. Another thank you. And of course, the ADAT card, which is nothing more than what I said. It is a ADAT expansion module up to 32 record playback channels. So, of course, I've only got the 2 there. What did we say? 8? Of course, as you go up, you lose channels. Up to 8 channels. So, I'm only going to be able to send 8 out of here at one time. But that's enough to add the additional I/O plus the 4 mic pre's that are on the Apollo to do a drum set or whatever else I need to do. I've got other ways to do more channels if I need more. I've got, a lot of things I could do, but I've even got an old Hammerfall card in the studio in there. But, to up the bit depth, up the sample rate, and get what I want, this should be sufficient. 4 inputs, outputs, Toslink. BNC word clock, and all the good stuff. So yeah, it looks like it has word clock and 4 banks it in, 4 banks it out. And anyway, there you go. You just plug that in the X32 and off you go. So let's take a look inside the box. Best way to open it. Can't tell if this is a tab or just a sticker. It's just a tab. Oh, gonna cut both of the demo labels in case there's any doubt. I bought a demo. Alright. And there it is. I assume it is graced the shelves of Sweetwater. A little bit of muck on the handle, on the knob, but nothing too horrible. Yeah, polished up pretty nice. Cool. There's that. I assume this is the how you get started. Let's see what else we got in here. Looks like power supply. Looks pretty new-ish. At least it rolled up nicely. Let's see, I think that's power cord. Yeah, I think that's all we need. I'm going to leave this just in case I have to send things back. I doubt I shall. I'll leave this boxed up on a shelf for a few months until I know I can discard it. This is the Heritage Edition, by the way. Right here it has the words Heritage Edition. So that's the plug-in bundle that comes with it. And so yeah, you getting started, it's just a big card and it says go to here to register, connect it, download and install your UAD software, register your hardware, authorize your UAD plugins. I'm sure it'll just go swimmingly. No problems whatsoever. We'll see about that. And here's the interface. See it more in person. Shiny. Very solid. Headphone outs, line ins, headphone outs, dual. Yeah, all the buttons, all the ports, all the things. Alright, thanks for watching. It's been an unboxing. There'll be more coming, I'm sure. I've got more things to open up and set up. But I'm basically doing a whole revamp of the studio, kind of getting ready for the next year. Bigger projects, more projects. I've got a film to finish scoring here, and I've got some actual, it's a Western. So I've written a song, and I need to record some real guitars with real mic pre's and single vocal track, and I just like to do it on a little higher end equipment. So I'm kind of trying to get all this installed. I just got finished with a video edit. The film is called Touched, by the way. If we're watching this in the past or in the future, which will be the past, just remember when you saw that film or heard about that film, that's what I'm working on right now. This is July of 2023, and just finished the edit and all the compositing and effects and all that stuff. And now I'm going to move on to sound, get the voices and everything leveled, and then start composing the last third of the film and recording the song for it. So